Well, good Tuesday to you guys. It is May 27th, recording this video just before 8 o'clock Eastern time here on this Tuesday morning. We are tracking the potential for a few strong storms, so we are in storm alert weather mode. You know, we had plenty of these storm alert weather days throughout much of the month. It's been very active here for the month of May. But as we take a look at what's going on, especially this afternoon and evening, we'll have the potential for a few strong to severe storms, heavy rain, small hail. Not going to be an overwhelming threat for severe weather, and most of it's going to be confined to our southern sections. I'm talking northeast Alabama and northwest Georgia, but we are going to have some rain this morning. Here's a look at the overall picture. So satellite radar shows a low pressure tracking across middle Tennessee into Kentucky. A lot of heavy rain, strong storms down across parts of Louisiana and Mississippi, some rain into the Carolinas, and here locally we have that warm front lifting to the north, so we're getting into the warm sector, so that warm moist air kind of sitting overhead, and we're starting to see a few pop-up showers here this morning. Again, the latest loop brings this all the way to 750, so if you're watching this later in the day, just know this is old imagery, but we do have a couple of downpours. Nothing severe this morning, but there will be more rain moving through, so just be mindful of that as you're traveling out. For your highs, generally going to be in the mid-70s. Average this time of the year, mid-80s. But with the cloud cover and the lack of sunshine, we're just not getting that good solar heating, which means temperatures are going to be about 10 degrees below normal. With that being said, still going to be steamy out there. Plenty of humidity with that warm front lifting to the north. So as we track out your Futurecast, again, after this morning's rain moves out, should be fairly calm between the lunch hour and maybe 2 or 3. And then notice as we get into the late afternoon, here comes another round of rain. And when we have these lines kind of pushing throughout the day, at any point we could have an isolated severe storm. Now, fortunately, we're not looking at a tornado threat, but there will be some heavy downpours, localized flooding, and maybe some gusty winds and small hail. All of this is going to be moving in throughout the afternoon and evening. So it's going to be pretty active late in the day through your drive home from work. So if you're traveling out, at any point, you could run into a downpour from this morning all the way through this evening. So have the umbrella on hand, have the rain jacket on hand. Tonight, things kind of calm down a little bit. It does look like we could have a few sprinkles, some patchy fog as well. And then going into your Wednesday, much of the same. We'll have more showers and storms firing up in the morning and in the afternoon. Don't think the coverage will be as high as we get into the late evening tomorrow as the front kind of lifts to the south, or drops to the south, I should say. So we'll keep an eye on that, but certainly still going to be some storm chances tomorrow. Rainfall, highly variable. This is just one model depiction. So again, this just gives us an average of where the rain may fall. Some of you will get more than this, some less, but I think 1 to 2 inches possible over the next 48 hours, which will take us through Wednesday evening. There could be pockets that pick up a little bit more and areas that pick up a little bit less. Again, rainfall from city to city is always variable, especially in these setups where we're going to have these heavy downpours, but I would expect a couple inches of rain here in some of our communities across the Tennessee Valley. Severe weather outlook today. Not overwhelmingly high threat for severe storms, but in our coverage area, again, southern Murray, southern Gilmer, Gordon, southern Whitfield, parts of Walker and Dade, Chattooga, Dade, Walker, Floyd counties, all under that risk for severe storms. Now, the highest potential going to be in the yellow shade, so I'm talking really south of the I-20 corridor from Birmingham, Atlanta, southbound into central and southern Alabama, parts of southern Mississippi, south central Georgia, going to have the higher risk. That's where conditions are going to be a little more favorable. We'll have more lift and maybe some peaks of sunshine, getting those temperatures up a little bit more, adding that extra storm fuel. So again, we're kind of on the northern fringe of this. That light green just indicates general thunderstorms. Most of that activity stays below severe limits. The potential here locally, at least for northwest Georgia and northeast Alabama, are really going to be for damaging winds, because as we take a look at your tornado threat for today, mainly favoring those areas south of Birmingham, Montgomery, parts of LaGrange down towards Columbus, Georgia. Really no tornado threat here locally. So that's the good news. This is primarily just going to be for localized flooding, large hail, and high winds. And when I say large hail, I'm talking 1 inch in diameter or greater, so about the size of quarters. That's where it starts to do a little bit of damage. So again, be weather aware today. I wouldn't be overly anxious about today's setup, but definitely going to impact some of your commutes out there, especially later this evening. Rain chances sticking around. I know Thursday and Friday now trending upwards rain-wise. It looks like that boundary is kind of going to waver back and forth. So it looked like it was trending drier, but now trending a little bit wetter. That's why it's important to look or check back with me every day, because the chances for rain and the temperatures can change a little bit as we get new data in and get closer to time. We start to fine tune the forecast, so it may be different if you're watching Monday compared to Wednesday, especially moving into the weekend. So just again, check back with me every single day. That's always a good rule of thumb here. Now look at this. We're on record watch. I was talking about this yesterday. We've now picked up 10.72 inches of rain this month in Chattanooga. That's just one location. Some of you may have had more than that, but at our official recording station at Level Field, we are approaching the record rainfall for the month of May. The record, 1929, where we picked up exactly 12.00 inches. We've already had over a half of an inch since midnight, and with the rain in the forecast today, tomorrow, through the end of the week, pretty good chance we get close to that record. I think we'll beat it. We'll keep an eye on it, but we are running a 7-inch surplus. So again, no drought to talk about, but it does look like moving into the first couple days of June, at least briefly, we may enter a drier period. So we should get a little bit of a break in the rain beginning this weekend into early next week. But before all that, we're still going to have more storms in the forecast. We can take a look at that extended 7-day forecast. Again, severe threat today, not overwhelmingly high. Heavy rain potentials there. Could be a few isolated severe storms favoring northeast Alabama and northwest Georgia. Still be weather aware, because even with these low risk, you never know when we're going to have some of those stronger storms making it even as far north as Chattanooga. So we'll keep a close eye on the weather. We'll keep you updated throughout the day. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, daily storm changes continuing, favoring the afternoon and evening, and temperatures will stay below normal. Again, into May, average highs closer to 85. We'll be in the mid-70s by this weekend into next week. Barring a few showers on Sunday, things are looking drier. So again, download Local 3 weather app. Also, a side note, the NOAA weather radio transmitters that serve most of East Tennessee and parts of northwest Georgia, which includes most of our coverage area, will be down. So there's a pretty good chance you're not going to be able to get your watches and warnings and general weather information from your weather radio through Friday, May 30th. Again, that begins today. So they're doing a system update. Going to be some issues with that. Just be mindful of it. Have ways to receive those alerts that aren't your NOAA weather radio. It's going to be really crucial today. But that's all really all I had for you today. Enjoy your Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow.